All right, let's jump right in. If you've ever worked on an AI project, you know the biggest headache isn't always the model, right? It's the data. It's messy, it's all over the place, and it's in a million different formats. Today, we're going to look at a powerful engine that's designed to fix that exact problem. Yeah, I'm guessing this looks pretty familiar to a lot of you. You got your PDFs, your Word docs, video files, audio clips. Then you've got the really complex stuff like medical records, DICOM scans, HL7 files, code in 40 different languages, all buried inside zip files. It's just a total mess. So how on earth do you make an AI understand any of it? Because what we really want, what we're all dreaming of, is this: a single, clean, perfectly structured knowledge base that any AI can query and understand your heartbeat. It's that clean source of truth. In the journey from that chaos to this clarity, well, that's the challenge we're diving into today. Okay, let's really frame the problem here, because this isn't just some minor inconvenience for developers. We're talking about a massive bottleneck that stalls innovation and just burns through an incredible amount of time and money. And the sheer scale of this is just wild. I mean, you got your everyday stuff like Office docs and spreadsheets, but then you get into the really tricky formats like specialized medical data, FHIR, DICOM, or media files that need transcribing, or even archives nested inside other archives. The variety is just completely overwhelming. And that brings us to the real kicker. The simple truth is, there hasn't been a single tool that can handle all of this and turn it into something an AI can actually use. At least, not until now. So let's talk about the solution. This is where JCOABS comes into the picture. And it's not just another app. It's being framed as a truly universal engine, one designed to bring order to all that data chaos. So what is it exactly? Well, think of it like a universal translator for all your data. It takes in just about any file type you can throw at it and spits out this perfectly clean, organized package. And this package is ready for what we call RAG, or retrieval augmented generation. All that really means is it helps your AI look things up from a reliable source before it gives you an answer. And believe me, when they say universal, they are not kidding. We are talking about over 200 different file formats. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is some serious firepower. Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? The real magic happens inside this powerful 6-stage pipeline, which is kind of like a data refinery. So here's the whole journey from start to finish. First, it extracts everything and then chunks it up intelligently. Then comes the super cool stuff: embedding the data, building a knowledge graph to see how things are connected, creating a search index, and finally packaging the whole thing up. Let's zoom in on a few of the key steps. Now, these first two stages are all about intelligence, and this is so important. It's not just grabbing all the text and throwing it into a bucket. No, it actually understands the structure of the document. It knows the difference between a paragraph, a code block, or a medical lab result. That context is everything, and it makes sure it doesn't get lost. All right, stage 3. After the data is chunked up, it has to get vectorized. That just means turning it into numbers, like a fingerprint that an AI can actually work with. And what's really cool here is the flexibility. You get to choose your weapon. Need a quick look? Go Sonic. Want a good balance? Use Fast. Got some heavy legal or medical docs? That's what Focus is for. And for those mission-critical tasks where you absolutely can't be wrong, you go Deep. Now this is where things get really impressive. We're in stage 4, building that knowledge graph. The system doesn't just smart the basics like people, places, and dates. Nope, it has a specialized custom engine that's trained to find specific medical entities. We're talking medications, diagnoses, lab tests, the works. If you're in healthcare, you know this is an absolute game changer. Okay, so it goes through all that incredible processing, but what do you actually get at the end of the day? What's in the box? And this is key. You don't just get a giant messy folder of files. You get this beautiful, organized, self-contained package. Everything has its place: the vector database, the knowledge graph, all the original chunks with their metadata, even the search indexes are ready to go. It's literally an AI-ready toolkit right out of the box. And the most crucial part, it just works. It's designed to be compatible with any AI environment, any LLM framework, any vector database you want to use. That means you have total freedom, no vendor lock-in. You are in complete control of your data and your tools. So, we've seen the what and how. Now for the why. What really makes this engine different from everything else out there? Well, the number one thing, and this is huge, is that it's 100% local. Everything happens on your hardware. So what does that mean for you? Well, first, zero API costs. Forget those scary cloud bills. Second, your sensitive data never ever leaves your machine. For anyone dealing with private info, that's peace of mind right there. And of course, no being tied to one company's ecosystem. But wait, there's more. We already talked about its medical grade SMRs. That's a big one. It's also zero config. I mean, it literally figures out what hardware it's on and adapts, whether that's a trainee Raspberry Pi or a monster 128 core server. And finally, it's all built on open source models. No hidden fees, no subscriptions, no surprises. You're in the driver's seat. Okay, let's just boil it all down. What are the big things to remember? It handles over 200 file types, turning them into one single package. Its chunking is smart, so it keeps all the important context. It's 100% local, which means it's cheap and secure. And it's got that special medical grade intelligence for the really tough, sensitive stuff. Really, it all comes down to this simple but incredibly powerful promise. One pipeline, any file, AI-ready knowledge. So I'll leave you with this thought. Just imagine for a second. What could you build if every single piece of your data, all of it, was instantly understood by your AI? If that huge barrier just disappeared, what would you create?